So you guys know how we told you about the Snowpeak rock that is actually good for marksmen? Well, you know what's funny about life is sometimes we just take in information without really fully investigating it. And I did that as well, and I told you guys that hey, if you're going for marksmen, then you go for Snowpeak rock. Because I was also told about this in my live stream, and I was told that this is, basically the deal. But I did further investigation, and I want to tell you guys that sometimes you need to just, even if you watch it from a content creator, you need to do your own research as well. And I'm not a marksman specialist. I am not a specialized in archer, but we do have an archer in here, and I'm gonna prove it to you guys that the Snow Peak Rock is actually crap, and you shouldn't be using Snow Peak Rock onto your archers. It's not the best. It's not the best pet for archers. All right, it's not. So if you like these type of contents about war pets helping you guys to succeed, subscribe to the channel. And we're also making other contents in here as well, not just about Call of Dragons. So if you want to see more like games content, just subscribe to the channel. If you like the war pet guides that we've been doing, smash like. It does help me out in here as a content creator, just for myself. All right, so my name is Shinchi42, by the way. So the Snow Peak Rock, all right, it has a talent here called the Concentration. It is going to increase the Legion physical attack determined by luck. Okay, this is a passive skill. So when we enter into the battlefield, we're gonna see this right away. Now, the active skill of this concentration is the Warpet 30% chance to deal damage to the target Legion when inflicting defense break. So you have a condition in here. I need to inflict a defensive break, which the archers do have it here in Call of Dragons, like Nico and Kinara. So it's still very specific to a commander or a hero that will do inflicting defensive break. If it doesn't have any defensive break, you will not be able to trigger this. And the chance to trigger this is very low at 30%. You're not going to see this a whole lot. So you can also add the forceful concentration. It will increase the damage dealt. But if we cannot proc this concentration's rage skill damage, then this is practically useless. Is the Snow Peak Rock even good? That's the question that we have right now. I'm going to show you a quick battle in here. We'll just battle this level 12 in here. So I have Nico and Kinara. Basically, this guide is pretty much for Nico and Kinara, not really specifying to the entire archer gang of Call of Dragons, because not all archers are going to be doing defensive break. All right. Just to keep you guys, engaged in here. All right. Did I even see the Snow Peak Rock peak in here? You will see it actually. All right. We haven't seen it yet. So we're inflicting defensive break there. All right. And I'm going to tell you guys in here what is actually a better pet to use for archers. So let's go into the commanders real quick though. Right, we have a defensive break, reducing defense in here, inflicting defensive break, and then when we go to Kinara, defensive break as well, going into actually it doesn't have a defensive break. It doesn't have defensive break. All right, so I thought there is a defensive break for Kinara. Okay, again, I am wrong then. Oh, actually there is. So inflict defensive break onto the target Legion. You have 20% chance to inflict, which I don't have it in here. So we're not going to see that, right? So there's that. But to the point of just indicating in here, Nico has a defensive break, which is the active skill. Well, now when we look into the other ones in here, I don't think the other archers has a defensive break ability. So therefore, it will just pretty much work on the Nico and Kinara marksmen in here. All right. So when we go into the defensive break, let's go in here. How often will this proc? The probability is going to be low. So when we go in here, we can see we casted skill, piercing shot, inflicting defensive break. Are we gonna see anything from the pet? No, we didn't see nothing from the pet. Honestly, there's no pet cast in here, you can see. But the thing that we get bonus in here is this Legion physical attack 1.2%. So honestly, the probability of inflicting the concentration damage is very low. Even if we have a Kinara at a max level in here to do defensive break, just by seeing the active skill not even inflicting that, it is going to be a low probability. So what then is a good option to use for pets when using Kinara and as well as Nico? Well, whether for most of the archers as well, what is the best pet to use? In my opinion, I think the best pet to use is going to be the Golden Rock. Now, you might not get the damage here from the Golden Rock because you are not going to have passion. So it doesn't really matter. If you don't have the passion, you are going to accumulate rage speed. If you have passion, it will do damage to the target legion. All right. So you're going to see this activating into the marksmans. And what this thing is going to do is that it's going to allow us to cast the active skill of Nico and as well as Kinara more frequently, because now we're going to accumulate more rage and as well as accumulating more rage onto the feral exuberance in here. You can see rage determined plus 12 determined by luck. My luck is actually very low at this point, but I think the Golden Rock is one of the best. I'm going to show you a quick battle in here as we return home. We're going to do a quick battle to show you how this is going to perform. Now, another option to use for your marksman, if you want to build like a tanky marksman in here, you can also try doing a Sand Lizard, which is going to give you a lot of healing. So, for the most part, the marksmen are going to be targeted. So if you want to keep on healing, that will, definitely help you out in the battlefield in here. So as I return home in here, we're going to send it back. We're going to put the Golden Rock, and I'm going to show you in the battle report in here how the Golden Rock is actually very useful for the marksmen. All right, better than the Snowpeak Rock. So let's dispatch here. Let's change the Snowpeak Rock into the Golden Rock in here. Honestly, the probability of the Snowpeak Rock is very low. If they would change that to the same manner as the Golden Rock in here, it would be very, very good. So, when we look into the Golden Rock, right? Into the Golden Rock in here, you can see this is basically, passive in here, which actually we do have a passive though, but the conversion of damage is like 30%. Like, if it was like every time you deal a defensive break, you do damage, then that is going to be OP. But that is not the case in here. It's not like that. It's 30% chance. So when I inflict the defensive break, okay, now you have 30% chance, and then you have 70% chance of failure as well. So there's that as well. All right. So here we're gonna see the rage accumulation. And you're going to see that, we pretty much going to be casting skills so much faster in this battle report. All right, so you can see in here, we had a pet skill cast. So let's take a look. This at turn 15, which is normal. Exuberance already in here. So the next turn, we're going to gain rage accumulation speed of 5%. And then we also gain 24 units recovered, and we got 20 rage from the feral exuberance. So you can see how useful that is. Here we go. Another skill cast. All right. Recovered 23 units, 19 rage gain. This is awesome. So if you want to get the damage, you need to do what I do in here. So another option that you can do, right, to get the damage from the Golden Rock, You then want to add the fierce attack in here. This fierce attack is 40% chance to deal damage to the target when your deputy casts a rage skill. And then you can add this super fierce attack that will increase that probability. So whenever your deputy casts a rage skill, you are then going to do a physical damage in here. So I think that the golden rock is actually a better option to use so that you can just, gain these rage accumulation, and you're going to rely onto the hero's active skill to cast, and it's actually a lot more damage than the pet casting the skill. Now, I'm actually curious if the venomous lizard will work on archers in here. Now, the venomous lizard is determined as, let's take a quick look in here, is determined as a physical. All right. So 12% chance to inflict poison to the attacker. So if this thing works, this is actually good because, as you know, the archers are typically targeted right away. And if you have a lot of people targeting you and you can actually do damage, then actually that's going to be really good. It's almost like a passive counterattack damage in here. So we're getting targeted here by an infantry patrol. Let's see if we're going to see the lizard pop its head. There we go. Boom. The lizard is popping its head. I kind of want to see if we target a range unit, if it's going to also trigger. So I'm going to go and find a range unit in here because now we know that it's going to work on a melee unit. So, oh man, I can't find no range unit right now. So for some reason, I can't find any ranged patrols. And all I'm seeing is either infantry or cabs. Unfortunately, I can't test it right now. But if the theory is that, if range is still attacking you and you're going to get that poison to work, then that's actually going to be good. So I would say test this out and then let us know. See, the thing here is that we're not going to see the pet symbols in here. So you kind of have to dig into the battle report in here to see if the pet's skill is working. So definitely we're not seeing a whole lot right now. Let's see when it's the first turn because the Legion had to get close, right, into our march. So we should be seeing it at a certain point in here. We're not seeing it still at turn, let's see, turn 14, no, turn 15, venomous lizard poison effect, there we go, lost an 82 units, so we did see that over here as well. So it is working in here whenever they target you close, but I think it should work as well if, the mages attack you. That we have to test maybe into the next video and see, but if you guys do the testing here for us, please let me know if it works or not. But again, that's a theory that I have. It's actually good for marksmen to have a venomous lizard to use in the battlefield because a lot of people will target the archers in here, the marksmen. So few recommendations I have: the golden rock, the venomous lizard, the sand lizard. These are good options to use. Now, if you guys have any other strategies or ideas, please let me know in the comment section below. Again, thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys again next time.